we come to the report from the Chief Executive Officer on efficiency savings. And I did, the background to this report is in there, I did ask the Chief Executive Officer to identify around £1 million of savings needing to be implemented for the next financial year as opposed to this year. Of course, we do have a very, very good track record of identifying very significant savings and not needing to slash and burn either services or numbers of people employed. And I'm sure we will be able to continue with that. And I think that's reinforced by this particular report, where many of the savings, yet again, have fallen out of the application of the Vanguard method across our council services, where we're looking to make them based very much around our residents, our customers, rather than process and past practice, and savings drop out of it. In fact, there are 12 posts identified for deletion from the establishment, and 9 of those, of course, were vacant in any event, so that any person's loss of a job is clearly a very significant issue for them. We need to keep these numbers as low as we possibly can, and I think that we are actually doing that. And there is an additional piece of paper to report to go with this report, and that is the response from the trades unions, which have been circulated to members as well. They are assuring us that our customers are happier in the way that we deliver our services now, and I think that's very positive indeed. So the recommendations which are there is to note the reduction in staff and establishment, because of course that falls within the remit of the Chief Executive Officer as the head of paid service, and agreeing how we meet the redundancy costs from transitional grants which we've been given for that purpose, and our existing budgets, because many of those, of course, deletions of posts don't actually cost us anything where the posts are vacant in any event, and to agree the savings under procurement proceeds and priorities subject to decision by council on council tax for next year in February. So those are the recommendations, that's the background. So over to members. Councillor Cartwright.
Yes, thank you. Really, just to sort of echo the points you made on Vanguard, members champion for Vanguard. I mean, I think a lot of other councils could learn an awful lot from Vanguard and probably end up in a much better situation than they currently are. And that ceases to amaze me when you see some of these other areas where there are actually huge redundancies. So obviously, they're not running efficiently, and I think really here it just shows the difference. But Vanguard does make a difference, I think. Thank you.
Anybody else? Okay, those recommendations agreed?
Agreed.
Thank you.